It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Bijan Robinson. He was steady for...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 11 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Watson's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now a 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. Stays on his feet, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball up and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that one. Who knows?
And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. Worcester picks and he's got it. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now a give, right side, Swift to the 27-yard line. The Eagles at 7-3 now on the year. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
They've given some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to line
open hole to complete that pass.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching, they remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL. Probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Here's Watson now on second down. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Over the middle, caught by London. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Rodgers on the return. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Here's 2nd and 7. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. He'll drop to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
They'll drop to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player. And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown from 13 yards out, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Watson.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Watson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Let's look at Kenneth Gainwell as this offense comes back out.
He's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On first down, Hurts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break.
As past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 22.
63, 63.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Rodgers to return it. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Hooker, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Smith in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Falcons offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Drake London.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Youngway Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this out to the 25. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think is what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Falcons 10. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the... Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the in this one. We talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it. Watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Watson on first down.
This pass is caught by London.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a first down throw. Watson
throws right back to London. Complete again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson
got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Throwing is Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play. Touchdown!
Tutu Atwell.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken in at the 22.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts.
Got an open man. It's McLeod.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve
to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was